The India-Pakistan conflict is typically defined by the visible: border skirmishes, artillery fire, and uniformed soldiers along the line of control. Behind those headlines lies a continuous 50-year shadow war. It is fought by intelligence officers running assets, intercepting signals, and operating unmarked cars in foreign capitals. While border clashes last for a few days, this invisible war runs 24 hours a day, and it dictates the daily strategic fate of the entire subcontinent. Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence was established in 1948. Operating with an estimated budget of $1 to $2 billion, the ISI exists under strict military control. India's Research and Analysis Wing was founded 20 years later in 1968. r&aw reports exclusively to the Prime Minister, a reporting structure that grants the agency massive civilian reach. This chart compares their modern operational footprints. r&aw commands a massive scale, fielding an estimated 10,000 officers, operating across more than 55 countries, dwarfing the ISI's known global reach. Because the ISI answers to generals, its operations prioritize immediate military survival. r&aw answers to an elected civilian leader, tying its covert actions to long-term national strategy. In 1971, r&aw trained and armed 100,000 Mukti Bahini guerrilla fighters. This massive logistical effort split Pakistan in two, creating the nation of Bangladesh in 13 days. Pakistan retaliated with Operation Tupac. The ISI poured $5 billion into a sprawling initiative designed to bleed Indian forces in Kashmir through localized insurgency. Recently, r&aw answered by launching operations in Balochistan. These maneuvers are specifically designed to threaten Pakistan's critical $44 billion China-Pakistan economic corridor. For decades, the two sides maintained an equilibrium of deniable tit-for-tat proxy warfare. That cycle held until Indian intelligence adopted a new strategy. Indian National Security Advisor Ajit Doval spent 7 years living deep undercover as a Pakistani Muslim inside ISI territory, gathering intelligence from within their neighborhoods. Doval authored a doctrine called defensive offense. The strategy dictates India will no longer just absorb a proxy cut, it will respond with a surgical strike at the source of the attack. Following the wreckage of the Uri and Pulwama attacks, India applied this doctrine through rapid, kinetic air and ground strikes across the border. This doctrine reoriented the Indian intelligence apparatus to function as a preemptive strike mechanism rather than a passive defense force. In 2016, Pakistan arrested an Indian national named Kulbhushan Jadhav in Balochistan. Claiming he was a master r&aw operative plotting to destabilize the country, a military court sentenced him to death. India fought the execution openly, taking the dispute to the International Court of Justice in 2019 and securing a 15-1 ruling that stayed the sentence. Pakistan has been unable to execute Jadhav for years. In this case, India proved it could outmaneuver the ISI not just in covert back channels, but in the glaring light of international law. You can measure the current state of this conflict by its visibility. The ISI's operations are often public. Massacres in Mumbai, Uri, Pulwama, and the 2025 ambush in Pahalgam all carry clear operational signatures. r&aw's recent record is distinctly silent. Between 2023 and 2025, 6 senior militant commanders were eliminated deep inside Pakistani territory. India claims no credit for these operations, and Pakistani authorities have officially ruled the deaths as internal disputes. While one agency relies on visible public terror, the other relies on invisible precision. The agency that dictates the board is the one that remains silent. This map shows the intelligence r&aw generated after the 2025 Pahalgam attack. In just 15 days, India built 9 distinct cross-border target packages. Indian Air Force Rafale fighters used that intelligence to penetrate the airspace and destroy those targets in exactly 23 minutes. Following the strike, India broke the tradition of denial. They held a press conference and displayed satellite evidence to the world, confirming the destruction of the terror camps. Operation Sindoor paralyzed Pakistan's response loop. By claiming the strike, India effectively removed the plausible from plausible deniability, prioritizing public accountability over covert secrecy. Right now, thousands of officers are running assets and tracking targets in cities you don't know. the 50-year secret war continues. The ledger shows a widening asymmetry. From the ICJ ruling on Jadhav to the precision kills inside Pakistan, the operational momentum currently favors New Delhi's aggressive new doctrine. We want to hear from you. Is India winning the intelligence war? Yes or no? Comment one word below. The geopolitical headlines you read are only the delayed aftershocks of a secret war that r&aw has already calculated.